My Korean husband.
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
I'm Nicola.
I'm Mr. Guan.
And we're from the My Korean Husband blog. And today is...
Fridays!
Yeah, so we're going to answer some questions. So not you and Han, not me and Sophie.
Us!
We're going to do it together.
Yes, long time. It has been long time.
It has been a long time since we've done this.
Yeah.
So we have a question from Red Panda. Have you ever met a Korean who doesn't like kimchi?
Yes!
Typhoon, Chris. I don't know how they survive in Korea.
Don't understand. Yeah. I think like 5 people in 100.
Don't like kimchi.
I don't know. There is not.
There is not the the scale of how many Koreans like kimchi.
Yeah, but I haven't seen many
Yeah.
Korean people don't like kimchi.
Yeah. I have read something that kimchi eating is going down in South Korea though. Less people eating kimchi. But it's still on the table for almost every meal.
Yes.
And I still think the majority of Koreans eat kimchi. But there are definitely Koreans that don't like kimchi.
Yeah, young people, they don't like the smell and taste. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all Korean people like kimchi. Some people don't like kimchi, even they are Korean.
Yeah. But you will see it on the table all the time. And it is still a really important part of Korean culture.
Yes. Okay, next question from Yajaka. She asked, are you planning to have any pets? If so, what kind of pet and what will you name it?
Okay, so at the moment, not really, but I have a dog that's in Australia.
Yeah.
So there's Bella here. So we really miss her. So, I mean, technically we have a dog, but just not in Korea. So she's at my parents' house. But really not anytime soon, even though we would love to have a pet. We're in the countryside at the moment, and animal rights and animal welfare is not very good, out here. Yeah. So if we had a pet, we would have to think about, a lot of dogs out here are very vicious because they're not trained, they're tied up the whole time, they're not vaccinated, so it would be not a very good environment to have a cute, cuddly little dog or cat like that. It wouldn't be good for them at all. So that's one thing we've got to think about. The other thing we have to think about is it's very difficult getting animals into Australia. So if we get a pet here, when we go back to Australia, we can't just take the pet with us on a trip. When we move back to Australia, the animal, the dog or the cat has to be in quarantine for quite a while because Australia is very, very strict about that. So those are things that we have to consider. So it's not really feasible at the moment for us to have a pet. Yeah, but you would really like a pet, right?
Yeah, I really like pets.
You want a dog or a cat?
Both cat and dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the moment, we just hang out with other YouTubers' pets.
Yeah.
If we have a dog, what do you want to name a dog?
Spudgy.
I think that one might be taken. What about a cat?
Mimers. Or Maki.
I think there's one to taken.
Or Nicola.
You want to call your pet Nicola after your wife? Stupid. Alright, next question from Bailey. What is one thing, except for Kit Kats, that you took for granted in Australia and miss now? What about you? What was really normal for you in Australia but you miss now? One thing that I really took for granted in Australia was the variety of food. So every night you can have a different type of food. Now I love Korean food, I eat a lot of Korean food, but eating Korean food in Korea is not the same as going to a Korean restaurant and picking anything from the menu. So I can eat Korean food like that all the time, all these different things, but when you're in a rural area, you are eating that region's food every single day. And for Korean people that have grown up here and live here, that's fine for them, they're used to that. But when you are used to an Australian diet where we have a very big variety of foods, it can be quite difficult just because it's not that you don't like the food, you just want something different. And also there is not the ingredients available either. Very, very limited ingredients. So even cooking it, it's still quite difficult to do. So that's what I miss about Australia the most. It's not that Australian food is really, really better than Korean food, it's just there is a variety and there's all different countries type of food. So we can have Thai, we can have Vietnamese, we can have Italian, we can have German, but here it's Korean food every single night.
Yes. I miss Australian beaches. Yeah. We have a river here
You can't go swimming in it. You can't.
You can.
If you want to get.
You can if you want to.
If you want to die.
No, not really, but it's too cold.
Yeah, so we did go to the beach in Australia, but we didn't go all the time.
No.
Do you feel like we should have made more effort to go a lot more?
Yeah, we had to, but yeah,
we didn't.
We are here now.
Yeah, and we don't want to go to the beach in Korea
Mm.
because it's just so different from Australia.
Yes.
In Australia, we can have a beach all to ourselves or just a few other people, and the water is nice and the sun is shining and that. But in Korea, what happens when you go to the beach?
So many people.
And people just sit there with their umbrella,
Yeah.
and everyone's in the water, and
Yeah.
uh,
And they pee and they poo. Ah.
really, they poo in the water.
Maybe someone does.
Yeah, you're gonna get all these angry comments like, "No, we don't poo in the water. How dare you say that? You're anti-Korean." Okay, next question from Gracie. Is it weird if a non-Korean uses oppa, hyung, noona, unnie, ajima, ajashi, etc.? Also, when is baby gon coming?
Not anytime soon.
Not for a little bit. So, is it weird if a non-Korean says those type of titles?
Not really weird.
Not really weird. I mean, because you're used to hearing it anyway, right?
Mm.
So you think it's quite friendly?
It's friendly, very friendly. When I heard someone call me hyung or oppa,
It doesn't matter.
I'm really
that they're-
happy to hear
Yeah,
that.
so it doesn't matter that they're not Korean.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Actually, it's more friendly
Mm.
than when Korean people call me oppa
Oh,
and
really?
hyung, because we know they are foreigners, so we don't expect them to call me oppa or hyung, and if they do it, oh wow.
So especially,
you know where.
especially if they're learning Korean. Then.
Yes.
And of course, if they're calling that, then they already know a little about Korean culture.
Yes.
So really, I mean, they're doing it because they're learning it and because they want to respect you. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes I see angry internet people, like Koreans that often aren't living in Korea anymore, that don't like it because they associate it with, oh, K-pop fangirls, they're trying to use it like that. But I really think, like, they're just being too negative. You know, if people are learning about Korean culture and they want to call a Korean person that and the Korean person is fine with it, then there's no problem.
Yes.
Yes.
And of course, if you don't know, if you see some strangers, you can't call hyung or oppa
Anyway.
or unnie because you don't know how old they are. So they call unnie, oppa, hyung, which means they know this person already.
Yeah.
So there's no problem.
Yeah. And if the person doesn't like it, the person will probably say, you don't call me that.
Don't call me that.
Yeah.
But
So
I don't think many people will
say that.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's such a normal thing for Koreans anyway.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, people think oppa has some, you know, romantic thing. It's just oppa is just older brother.
The brother as well. It can be used in a romantic way. Oppaya. But that wasn't romantic. That was just annoying, wasn't it? I'm not very good. Not very good at the egg yo.
Yeah.
Han is better at doing it than me. Yes, it can have some romantic feel to it, but it depends on how it's said and who is saying it. Because your sister calls you oppa because you're her older brother. And in this dialect, it's not hyung, it's
형님.
형님.
Yeah.
Yeah.
형님.
Alright, I think that's all our questions for today.
Yes.
So are you and Han going to be back next week?
Maybe.
Maybe. We need to check how many videos we got left of you guys. Okay guys, subscribe to us if you haven't already and follow us on the social media. Actually, we post different things on different social media. So if you're only following one of them, you might miss out on some other things.
Yeah.
Some photos only go on Instagram, some photos only go on Facebook, some things. Twitter is a whole different thing of my conversation.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what's going on Twitter, but there's some stuff there. Tumblr is a whole another thing. Yeah.
I like Instagram.
He's on Instagram all the time. So, what I was saying was that if you do want to see everything we're doing, probably good to follow us on all the social media.
Yeah.
If you want to stalk us that much. Yes. Okay, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.